Well, hello, crafty friends. This is Rebecca, and I am going to show you another file I have prepared for you if you'd like to use it. If you have one of these great little devices, I've been having a lot of fun with this. And even if you don't have one of these, you're welcome to use this file. And if you use the file, I would love to see what you make with it. In the video description below, there will be a link to this webpage. And on this webpage, I have this file that's prepared. And on a phone or tablet, you should be able to just long press the image. On a PC or Mac, you should be able to right click on it and save it. But here on my phone, we're going to try to just long press, and then I'm going to do this option of download image. And it says that it downloaded. And then I'm going to navigate to my Create app. All right, and as the Create app opens, make sure your printer is on. So we just have to move it off the base a little bit. And then I'm on an Android phone. I always get this warning message that pops up, and I just cancel it. This device has its own Wi-Fi, so it will take you off of your normal Wi-Fi setting, and it will put you on this device's Wi-Fi setting. And then you'll notice it will tell you when you're connected. For mine, it does take several seconds to pop up to give you these status messages. You just have to wait for it. And then for the image, I am having trouble saving new images. So what I've been doing instead is I have been going to an existing image, any existing image, and then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that image. Any of these will work, and so I'm going to take that image and I'm going to duplicate it, and then it will ask you if you want to edit the duplicate image, and we're going to say okay for that. And then that way I have had greater success on the images actually saving for me. So now that we've got a copy of an existing image, we're just going to get rid of what's there. So we can click on it and then scroll over. There's an option for delete, and then we're going to verify, delete. And so now we're at our blank canvas, and this is a single line, which is fine. And so we're going to add an image, and we're going to do a photo. And depending on what type of phone you have, or if you download it on a PC, you might have to email the file to your phone or wherever your app is. It'll either be in your downloads folder or your photos folder, either one. And so we're going to go in and select it, and then we click on that particular image, and it should bring it in just like this into your space here in your editor. And so then you should be able to save it successfully. Imprint saved. And then from this screen also, I'm going to go ahead and just send it to my printer so we can see what it looks like just by default. So as soon as you download the image, then you're welcome to just save that image and then download it to your printer, and then we will get a fresh sheet of paper and see what that looks like. And so by default, it will print in black, and it's just going to print one single image, but then we have several things that we could do with that. I think it would be neat to change the colors around, and I'm going to show you what happens if you tell it to do continual. And so we're going to come back to our editor, to settings, and the first thing that we're going to try is just continual marking, and we'll turn that on, click OK. And now we've made a change to this, so we're going to resend it to the printer. It should verify that it was sent, and then we'll try that out. And so all we did was we turned on continual marking. And you can see that it does do continual marking, but that is very spread out. So I discovered that if you want to squish those in a little bit, then you can come back to your settings, and then right here where it has width of 150, you can change that width, And I kind of played around with this a little bit, and I like the setting of 35. So let me try that again. And so I'm going to put 35 millimeters. We'll okay that. And then it will look like this, and we will resend that to the printer and see what that did. And perfect. As you can see, they're a lot closer together. I'm sure if you played around with that width, you could even get them closer if you wanted to. But then I think it would be really neat to use this image as a background on a card, or if you wanted to use it as a border, you could even get them closer together. As you can see with this one, it looks like I had them even closer together, and then I changed the colors. And if you play around with where you start your image, you might be able to get them perfectly aligned where, you know, they look neat. They look like bricks, you know, lining up. I think that would be pretty for a background on a card. But feel free to play around with this. Just while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and change that to a smaller setting. Let's try 25 and see what that does. All right, and I'm going to resend that to the printer. Yeah, I like that better. So that was a setting of 25 millimeters. And then you are welcome to change the color of this as well. It's a single layer image, so you can change the color of this one. And so we can go to Edit, Image, to Color. And some of these fall colors would be fun, I think. Let's get maybe this dusty orange color. And then once you make that change, then again, you'll want to come back to the main screen. And then I think it works best to send that to the printer at that point. And of course you can save this as well, but we're going to send it to the printer. And so then I will come back to our test paper, and I'm going to make a mark of where I start the image. Just a real simple pencil mark. And roll that across. And then if you wanted to try to get this to where it would offset, I think if you go in and kind of find out kind of a measurement of where those swirls appear, and then do half the distance, like we want that to be, we want this next image to be this far over. And so if we take that and make a mark, then let's try to start our print at that point. And again, these notches will tell you what level it's on, but then we're going to start our print right at that edge where we've marked. Oh, excellent. And I think with a little bit of practice and a little bit of work, you can get it to where it will offset. And so feel free to play with that and use your colors, and I would love to see what you make with it. Thanks so much for watching.